All right, dudes, this is the last day of PAX, and we figured we'd sit down and have sort of an informal discussion about what these conventions, the experience is like, quite literally. You got a pack of magic cards here so we don't get kicked out.
That's right, we're in a room filled with empty tables and magic players, and I'm kind of just doing this so the security guys don't boot us out. And we're tired, but just want to sit down and chat with you guys.
These chairs are looking and feeling mighty pretty right now. We've been on our feet for the last few days, and even more than that, we've been on the road for the last month. So this whole experience is pretty wild for me. I mean, I'm brand new to this industry, but you've been around for 6 years. I mean, about 6 years, right?
Yeah, video game media for 6 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe 20.
Are you 20, huh? Are you personally used to this experience, or is it still, you know, draining and all that?
Well, yeah, it's yeah, the convention scene in particular, as far as the video game media shit goes, is a full tilt boogie. Yeah, the convention scene when you're on the media side is kind of frenzied. And you get your badge. It gets you to the head of some of the lines, which is nice. But it doesn't mean you're saving that much time, because you have crazy schedules that look like this. Of shit that you have to do, and you have to be at this place at that time. And so it's like we've been on the road for 3 of the last 4 weeks, and it's just been like a sprint. A jet-lagged, dehydrated, calloused, and blistered sprint for the last month.
I think I've drank more Coke in the last month.
I hope that guy dies. Yeah, when you're at one of these conventions, it's I feel a little like I'm Survivor Man, and I'm getting nutrients wherever I can. So like a bagel is like him finding a grub in a tree trunk. Like, oh, that'll get me through till 1.
And we pay attention to all the comments that you guys leave, and a lot of you guys just marvel at the fact that these conventions actually exist. And a lot of you guys are like totally berating the community that gets together and throws these and participates in these. But as you can see, these groups are very real, and these people are super into it. And even though I might not be particularly as into it as you see a lot of like the cosplayers, and even down here at the Magic Tournament, I can appreciate it from a neutral standpoint. It's really cool to see people get together and have fun like that.
I thought for a second you were about to start making fun of Magic players.
No. I have respect for Magic players. I have a Magic deck myself, and I need a new one. So, one of you guys give me a color, and I'll build a deck on that color from this video, because it's long overdue.
Yeah. Now, if one of you guys were to come to a convention like this, and I'm sure many of you have like visited E3, we saw a lot of you guys at Gamescom. It's a different experience entirely from what we're doing.
Yeah.
It is a lot of standing in lines to play games that are not out yet. It is a lot of filling huge bags with free stuff that these game companies are like throwing out there to pimp out their games.
You were telling me just like last week or the week before that experience is almost more gratifying than like pulling out a badge and just getting to the front of the line, because it's like you feel like you work for it.
Yeah, you kind of got back into the inner sanctum, and you saw Halo Reach before anybody else. You can go home and be like, oh, played Firefight, and you didn't. So I'm a better human being.
And as much fun as these conventions are, like, it is work, you know? Like, I don't think we're not just frolicking around in the daisies the whole time, you know?
No, some of our segments may look like it's just like a frolic, but it's pretty serious. I'm exhausted right now.
We're both exhausted.
I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah.
I just want to fucking fall over.
Our tanks are on empty last night, but I mean, you had enough time to go to a party last night. I mean, there's the after convention parties.
Everybody, you're looking to sign up for
Oh my God, this fucking guy.
That we just filled. However, if you'd like to sign up for 1 PMA Masters, which is offering, I believe, a 4th set of Drysdale Drazi, you may now.
So I didn't have enough
Also,
energy.
the Magic Online guys are in the back of the room. If you'd like to do some gunslinging, those are the people that make the game or make the game show up at your convention. They'd be happy to do that with you. If you manage to smash their face in with your Moto account, you will get cool stuff. And Lee might even show some signs of enthusiasm.
Wow, that was fascinating.
My gas tank was on E last night. I didn't have any energy to do anything, but you managed to go to a party. The party thing is like,
by the devil.
it's not really like my scene. That's more, you're super into that. I mean, what are those parties like?
Yeah, that's part 2 of the con experience. Is after the lights go down, some of these larger game companies throw some pretty serious shindigs, and it's really just. There's not really a point. You're not going to these parties to play the game. It's just to hang out and, watch gothic girls dance naked in some cases.
Literally.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be to kind of unwind, but it ends up being more work than the actual convention, all the dancing and playing. It was fun, though. Last night was an EVE Online party, which is weird to me because that game is like... literally, like, just, to me, it's like math. It's like getting math. But they threw a mean party. So that was fun.
And we had our own party the first night of the convention, which actually was a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting it to be a lot of fun because, again, like bars and loud music is not my scene at all. But surprisingly, like 20 to 30 dudes over the age of 21, which in itself surprised me, that were fans of Machinima and our shows and the network, showed up and we got to kick it with them. And it was cool to meet a bunch of like totally normal dudes that honestly I would have never expected to like Machinima. And I don't
it is surprising sometimes.
Right. That whole experience for me is really new too. Just having like people walk up to me and say Hutch and know my name. You're probably used to that, but I mean, do you get used to that, or is that still an experience for you?
No, I still think it's awesome.
I tell people all the time, like, if you see me at a convention, if you see me on the street, come up and say what's up, because I dig it, man. I really dig meeting you guys. And some of the little kids, have you experienced too when they walk up and like their voice is like literally cracking and their hands are shaking like horribly as they're handing you their swag to sign? And I don't know, you don't need to be nervous. Like, I think we're pretty normal dudes. I think we're both pretty approachable.
Yeah, the pictures with me always look like I just finished killing a family, and the person in the picture with me looks like they're about to throw up. So, like, worst pictures ever come out of these conventions.
Right. So the whole convention experience for me has been new and exciting and fun, and at the same time, pretty challenging too, because like I don't have any experience interviewing dudes, and there's no formal training process that we go through here. It's like, you grab a mic and go talk to that dude.
Yeah.
So the only training that I've been getting really is just kind of watching you do your thing.
Yeah, I think he's been doing pretty good though. Right, you guys?
A little bit.
Rocking and rolling.
Yeah. I feel totally nervous, but then when I watch the video, like, I don't think it comes across like I'm too nervous, so I think that's a pretty good thing.
From waiting tables at Olive Garden to interviewing game developers.
Yeah, the experience of being on the road the whole time has been really fun overall. Like, it's cool that you get that we get to travel. Like, as much as like at the end of the day, all of us might be cranky and tired, but when you stop and think about it, it's like we're flown to Germany and Seattle and Dallas and all these different places, and we get to see new cities and meet you guys. So it's been cool. I gotta find somebody to take care of a cat, because I feel like we're gonna be doing a lot more traveling in the future. If you guys want a cat, hit me up. You live in the LA area. Super nice, really affectionate. Sometimes he likes to wake you up by doing this, but just roll with it. It's affection.
Are you trying to sell your cat on the...
No, just give it away. You can have it.
You have no shame. I've got an old Mazda. If any of you guys are, I'll part with that thing for $100. It runs fine, a little beat up, but Mazda MX-6, 1993.